Hello everyone, my name is Janner and welcome to another video. Today I got a special one for you guys. We are playing Medal of Honor Vanguard. Now, Medal of Honor Vanguard is a game that released on the PS2 in 2007. Alongside the release of Medal of Honor Airborne for the PS3. Now, this game was released at the end life cycle of the PS2 and it was received kind of mixed by different gaming outlets. Not every of the critics from IGN to GameSpot, etc., came to the conclusion that this game was good. But today we're gonna be playing this game and I'm just gonna give you my overall thoughts and impressions of the game. I have played this game years back, and from what I remember, it wasn't a bad shooter at all. However, being a fan of Medal of Honor, this game certainly didn't really try to innovate the formula like Medal of Honor European Assault did. And what do I mean by that? Well, when I say that, I say the fact, if you guys know, Medal of Honor European Assault had a few things that completely strayed from the original games, or at least those that were kind of inspired and had this sort of adventure feel to them, respectively. The previous game after that, Medal of Honor Rising Sun, Medal of Honor Frontline, Medal of Honor Allied Assault, kinda, with that game, Medal of Honor Underground, and the original Medal of Honor, all of which were kind of inspired off of Steven Spielberg's vision for that game. And you can tell the games were much more linear and had a much more personal story with the certain character that you were playing. And it was a sort of what was termed back then, one man could change things sort of thing, if that makes any sense. It was this thing about, one person could change history, and that formula has stuck up through until European Assault. And so this is where we get what I'm talking about. Well, European Assault still follows that kind of formula. However, the gameplay is not the same at all like the other games. It took a much more open-ended sort of structure. So when you play missions, you basically do objectives in the game world, and you can kind of complete them however you want. Of course, the main objective, you obviously have to complete that, but you can decide to complete side objectives if you want to within the mission. And so that's one of the cool things that game did, that this game strayed from. We're talking about Vanguard here. And it also took away the adrenaline feature that was present in Vanguard, which kind of gave you a boost to kind of defeat your enemies. And you'll see as we play here what I'm talking about. It kind of feels much more traditional, if that makes any sense, to what we've seen before with Medal of Honor. Of course, there are some things that LA DICE, or I should say EA Los Angeles, did with this game, where they basically stripped all that out and gave us small mechanics that they claim to be kind of innovative. Like, as you play the game and as you'll see me play, you'll hear your commander kind of shout out enemy contacts and things that are going around the environment. This was one of the features that they kind of talked about when I'm talking about who talked about it. I'm talking about um, EA themselves. They basically advertised it, saying that this was one of the features. There's also again small features that weren't present in Medal of Honor European Assault, like a sprinting mechanic. This is the first game, I believe, alongside Medal of Honor Airborne, to have the sprinting mechanic. Something that was not present in the previous games, which it's a minor thing, but really it's a big thing as well. Like, I will commend them for that, because it makes the game flow a lot more faster because of it. So you have moments where, when you're playing here, where you can kind of get away and dodge enemy fire, gunfire, and it just makes a whole world of difference. So, it kind of works. And then, of course, there's a upgrade mechanic in this game where there are pickups that look kind of like pouches, where if you grab them, they basically give you a real-time upgrade to your weapon. So that's actually kind of cool. It's a cool little feature that this game has. And one of the cool things about this game that, again, previous games didn't have, which I think is great, honestly, is it adds the ability for you to earn medals in real time when you're playing the level. So when you do a specific feat in the game, it gives you a medal for that. So it's kind of cool that game has this. So it again gives you a kind of replayability to this game. And again, just like European Assault and just like Rising Sun and Medal of Honor Frontline on the original Xbox, we also get local multiplayer. Now, as you see, I'm not playing with anybody else at the moment. I'm just playing for myself or with myself. So we're not really gonna be playing it. But it is a really cool thing and a unique thing that these games had. You could play with friends and invite them to play multiplayer. So there's a lot of replayability with this game, which is really cool. But without further ado, we're going to jump into single player, and we're just gonna go from there. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so we're here on the campaign select. So I kind of played through a little bit of the campaign, so we're just gonna jump to the second campaign here, Operation Neptune, and we're just gonna go from here. Now, as you see here, there are 3 missions to pick on this campaign. So we're gonna go with this one, Behind Enemy Lines, and as we go through it, I'm just gonna be discussing some of the features that I explained just earlier.
Husky had gone bad, and the brass knew it. Half the troops were lost before they hit the ground. When we got to England, they'd pile 16 of us into a truck every day, drive away from the manor where we had our camp, and dump us. We got pretty good at finding our way back. Same truck, every day. Don't get lost. I'd broken my hand in some unit training. I was off the jump roster. A few guys got assigned to the beach landings. I drew the triple AAW, anti-aircraft artillery, glider drop.
because this
Anzio,
is
they
one
found
of
a
the
diary
things
from
that
some
Medal of
German
Honor has
officer.
kind of been
He
consistent
called the airborne devils.
with
Devils in baggy
is
pants.
showing us
Well, we're coming
World
to
War
France
II
now.
historical footage.
the
It's
devils
been a thing since
are
the
gonna have their
original
due.
game. So that is something that it's always been consistent with, you know. Kind of telling us a fictional story, but with the historical aspect. Allied invasion of Fortress UFOs with a nighttime paratrooper and a gliding drone. Fast air and naval artillery barrages. The 82nd Airborne is tasked with securing strategic bridges and crossroads to prevent German forces from supplying and reinforcing the defensive positions units.
You all know the drill! We're here for bridges and crossroads! We link up with Sergeant Magnuson and the others on the ground, take out the bridges, and head to the resupply drop. Okay, old snap! We're going down!
Oh.
Brace yourselves! Keep the nose up!
I will say for a Medal of Honor game, it doesn't look bad. Graphically, it looks quite impressive, honestly.
I'm counting 4 Germans!
For it
moving
being
into
the
our
last game on the
position.
PS2. I mean, there's a lot of things here, like, we can see some ambient occlusion lighting
Watch out! There's a crowd with a Car 98 out there now!
on the gun. Like, we can see some
Work your cover!
lighting effects hitting the gun here as you see me moving the character. So that's actually kind of cool. Now I know that there's the game Black, which released in 2006, I think, alongside when Medal of Honor European Assault came out. Or sorry, European Assault came out in 2005. So, big correction from the earlier statement I made. But yeah, Black, which is probably the most graphically impressive game on the PS2 here on the console. It's kinda in the level like that with this game. It's not too much like that. I will say that that game is more impressive than this game graphically. But I will say that this game does kind of feel like a much more modern first-person shooter in terms of gameplay. It definitely has that feel. And as we see here, when I'm leaning, I can lean, which is something that European Assault gave us. See that marks right there. Okay, we're gonna try to push up here, and as you saw right there, I kinda sprinted, which was really useful. Oh shoot. Oh, no. And as you see, I can actually run while crouching, which is really cool. And again, this feature, we really wouldn't see it until the later Call of Duties after, I want to say, Ghost. Now, yes, you can sprint in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, but it was traditional. You had to, press square to get up, to then run, to press square again in those games. But the later games, I believe, I want to say, gosh, I could be wrong, but I want to say after Call of Duty World War II was when we really saw that as a feature where you can stay crouched and run. I could be wrong. Guys, correct me if I am. But it is, like I said, it's a cool little feature that this game has.
Keep at it, man!
And I'm trying to think if there were any other games after this that incorporated that mechanic. And he's still alive over there. The particle effects, I gotta say, it's really impressive on this game. Like, you can see like bullet holes and puffs of smoke. Now, it's not like to the crazy level of black, which is impressive, the particle effects in that game. But nonetheless, it's really cool. Like, I will say, like, you can look here, like the lighting. There's like real-time ambient occlusion lighting, which is cool. And I can see some anti-aliasing as well, which is awesome. It's a unique little thing with this game. And just in general, like, late PS2 games started to look kind of this graphically impressive. Okay. Oh.
Drop that thing, heroes!
Is that good? Good one. Good grenade shot. Ow, easy not. There we go. Okay. And as you see, the NPC isn't dumb. Like, that's one thing I will say about this game, is that you can see that the NPC does really do tactical maneuvers. So when they see that their numbers are dwindling, they try to go back to a certain position where they can actually try to fight you off. We're just gonna go right here. And we're gonna try to throw this grenade here. Hopefully get one of them. Nope. Where's that coming from? Oh, there we go. MG42 round. And I think we got it. So we're just gonna move up here. Throw another grenade here. Ah!
Some cowboy's gonna get us killed.
And as you saw, they just retreated into that house. So they definitely have a better advantage than us. Let's see if I can throw a grenade inside one of those windows. Huh? Huh. I don't have another weapon here. Kind of weird. But luckily, at least, as you see right there, those little boxes, those are ammunition pickups. So if you're running out of ammo, these German soldiers will drop some ammo for you. Like I said, it's a really impressive game. Like as you can see right there, there's like bullet puffs of smoke popping up, and when the soldiers hit the concrete wall over here.
Fire in the hole!
It just adds a level of realism, which is really cool. Again, that level of graphic fidelity we won't really be seeing until the later generation, the PS3 and the Xbox 360, where we kind of saw a great leap in graphical fidelity. Whoa, okay. You don't really want to give up, do you? Whoa! We took care of him. Okay, which way? And as you see how I'm going in here, it's really linear. It's not like European Assault where it was kind of open-ended. But they, the one thing that they did do, and I think it's a good thing that they did, was they at least they made the levels look pretty good. They're not bad, and I think that's what I guess they might have been going for with this game. You know, they're really trying to make the game at least feel good in that respect.
Let's get over there quickly. You might be wounded.
Since they couldn't really make a game that was large like European Assault. And as you saw when I came out of that room, there's also a checkpoint system, so that's actually really good. I can't count how many times I failed the mission in European Assault. And it's one of my favorite games, but man, the fact that there aren't any checkpoint saves in that game, or even in the original ones, you really had to learn the layout of each mission before you played them, or you know, get a guide to help you, because let me tell you, there were some times in European Assault where I wish I had a guide. And because I didn't have one, like, it just made things really hard for me. Okay. I guess we just... I'm gonna crawl in here. That's Jaeger troops. Like, look at that. Even when you shoot a car, the car bounces. It's so... like, it's so primitive now, but back in the day, I'm pretty sure this was, like, really impressive. And it really is. Like, it's really impressive that they were able to animate the cars to do that. As you know, in the previous Medal of Honor games, these sort of objects would be static on the map. They wouldn't really be interactive. And it's quite interesting, the music in the background. So it's basically using the music from Medal of Honor Frontline. It doesn't have its own music, which honestly I feel like it's a big letdown, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to complain too much because I do like the soundtrack for Medal of Honor Frontline. I listen to it quite often, so for me it's not a big deal, but I you know, as someone who's, you know, let's say not a big fan of Medal of Honor, and they probably bought this back in 2007, you know, they're probably gonna be telling to themselves, like, really? like you guys couldn't be bothered to create a new soundtrack for this game. I paid $40 for this game. And yes, guys, like this game back in the day actually costed $40, which in comparison to today, where game prices are skyrocketing to $80, I mean that's you know a steal. And mind you, at the time as well, AA games were a thing as well, so you could actually pick up a bargain bin game that was probably like $20, but was brand new too. It wasn't like a game that's been sitting on the shelves for like 3 or 4 years. No, I'm talking about like brand new games. So we're talking about games that developers made basically to sell on the cheap. So there were games like that that existed in the market. You know, if you wanted to get something that was the equivalent of Medal of Honor or Call of Duty, there were games like that. In fact, I may be get called out for this, but and it's my favorite game. It's my favorite game, don't get me wrong, but I also feel that Black falls in that category. It feels like a double A game in certain aspects. I'm not saying the entirety of it feels like that, but there are certain aspects to it that make it feel kind of like that.
They're reloading the MG-42!
Oh! Wait. Wait!
Cover me! We're getting close to that chute! Anderson might be inside!
Oh, I hope that makes it in. Come on.
Reloading the MG-42!
Oh, okay, let's go, let's go.
MG-42, get down!
Oh! Okay, so that's interesting. It's using a song from Medal of Honor Underground. So I guess it's a mix of the game.
Get up here and get me down!
Man, I need another gun.
Sergeant
Oh.
Magnuson! What are you doing up there? Shut up and hurry!
This is not good.
Damn, don't take so long! Let me stand up!
Where's my team?
Hit the dirt!
Come on, get him. Get him. There you go. What I want to know is... Okay, here we go. Yes. Let me pick up the STG-44. Now, like I said before, like the gun models in this game are impressive. Like they're so detailed. I don't know if you guys can see these from the video, but the STG-44 in this game looks quite impressive for its time, honestly. No, there's no underground little shelter there. Where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to just get out of here? Okay.
German! In the graveyard, outside! Someone get on that MG-42!
This STG-44 has a lot of recoil. Come on, give me this. You guys see that? Oh man, how? I don't like how inaccurate this gun is. Like, it's just... don't tell me that's a tank. So, are we supposed to go downstairs? Like, I don't get it. Oh, okay.
Sounds like a Panzer outside. We gotta get out of here. Everyone, on me! Someone check on Keegan!
Okay. Alright. Well. That was a big twist at the end right there. Wow.
Jeez, Keegan, you got a hard head. You took a good hit.
Let's get moving before the crowds get more dug in!
Just gonna ignore what happened? Interesting. So, yeah, I guess I'm just gonna leave it there, guys. And I'll continue later. If you guys want me to. If you guys want me to do a much bigger, longer playthrough, let me know. I really would like to know. As well as also, guys, follow me on Facebook. I'm over there, and the same name, Apology. And yeah, just go over to that page and follow me over there for more content as well. And yeah, like I said, guys, let me know if you guys want a longer playthrough of this game, or if you want any more content like this. Because I'm really trying to bring out ideas for this channel and trying to flesh out this channel. And so yeah, just let me know, guys. And I hope that you guys like the video. And let me know what you guys think about the game. Let me know. Have you guys played this game? Have you guys had any memories of the game? Yeah. And that's it, guys. This is Janner, as always, signing out.